take that into consideration when it comes to bonuses is they might automatically take not only taxes are going to be deducted from it, but also yo, what's goody, Latrell in a hoodie, and welcome to another episode of the Brother Next Door podcast where we talk about finance, personal development, and skills to get you further in life through actual steps and my own personal experiences. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the taxation on your bonus checks. So if you ever gotten a bonus or if you haven't yet, listen in. I'm not a financial advisor, nothing like that. I'm just bringing the information in front of you. That way you know about it, and that way you're prepared for your first bonus paycheck. And so understand two ways employers do it. They either give you a separate check, right? That's a bonus, or they give you or they just include it in your regular paycheck, right? And so depending on how they do it will determine which method they use. And so understand if they include it in your regular paycheck, it's just going to be taxed the same exact way your normal paycheck is, depending on how much you're making. Currently, I'm already in the 22% tax bracket, and so they do a flat. They do tax you at a flat rate if it is separate from your normal paycheck. But if it's not separate, if it's together with your normal paycheck, then, like I said, whatever your normal paycheck is taxed at, that's the same as that way they're going to deduct that, little greater amount. And so in my case, it did not change. In other people's cases, it might change. So if you're making $5K a month, $60K a year, and that you get like a $5K bonus, that's double, right? And so projected, you're going to be in a higher tax bracket than other people. And so in that case, they're going to say, hey, you're projected to make $120,000, so you're going to be in the 24% tax bracket. And so that paycheck is going to be deducted based on the 24% tax bracket rather than the 22%. If you don't know exactly how that's taxed, the whole thing's not going to be taxed 24%. If you don't know how that works, go back to a couple episodes where I talk exactly how that works. And I explain that. I got a graph for you. You get to look at it. All that stuff is there. So take a look at that if you don't know exactly how your taxes are calculated and deducted. Now, if it is separate, right, understand it's considered supplemental income. So it's going to receive a flat rate of 22%. So the whole thing is going to be taxed at 22%. In my case, I had one of my, not bonuses, but it was a lifestyle check come in. And so my company gives us like a little lifestyle stipend pretty much, where we have $500 for the whole year to spend on lifestyle related things. Health, I used it for my student loans and a plethora of other things. I don't have it in front of me, but I used it for my student loans. So they gave me $500 to use for that. And once the thing got back, once I received it in my paycheck, it was only like $350. I was like, what's going on? It was subject to taxes. And so that's exactly what happened is they taxed that $500, and that's how I only ended up with $350 of that $500. So if your company does offer something like a lifestyle type situation and they pay you back through your paycheck, be aware of that it might get taxed. Also, going back and focusing on the subject, going back to bonuses, just make sure it's correct. There are ways where you could fill out another W-4 and have that changed, but talk to a CPA. I'm not even going to touch that part of it, but it is possible. So you can talk to a CPA, you can talk, to a licensed professional and talk about how going about that for that particular pay period, getting that amount reduced in deductions, and then going right back right after you get that bonus and going right back to the regular deductions. But that's above me. I'm not going to worry. I'm not even going to worry about that. Like I said, I was within the same tax bracket, so it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. I still would have had to pay that amount at the end of the year. So also consider 401k contributions. Part of my paycheck, right? Part of my bonus went to 401k. So if you don't want that, you want more of your bonus, you want as much as you can get, then consider talking to your HR and saying, "Hey, I want to, remove my contribution for 401k for this set period of time." Do that. There are many different ways to go about it, but just make sure that you don't take yourself off the 401k contribution and then forget, and now you're not contributing to your 401k anymore, right? And so keep that in mind. In my case, I don't know about any other HR departments, your job, whatever, but in my case, they still matched as if it was regular pay. And so I was like, that's still free money. I'm not fiending, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping over that 6% that I was giving. And so I was like, cool, they're gonna match 6%, say less. And so take that into consideration when it comes to bonuses is they might automatically take, not only taxes are going to be deducted from it, but also, or not deducted, but withdrawn, but also your 401k contributions might have a part in that. So I just want to keep it short, keep it to the point. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Be aware of it. If you've already got your bonus, that's why it is what it is. If you're already in the 22% tax bracket, don't even worry about it. It's probably going to be around the same amount. Um, and understand it's just they're just holding on to that money, right, for the end of the year. That doesn't mean you necessarily owe that money. So with the 60K example, if you're making 5K, you get a 5K bonus. They think you're projected to make 120. Just because they tax you at that amount and they would, withhold that amount, that doesn't mean you owe them that amount. That just means they're withholding until the end of the year. And then when you do your tax returns, they'll give you, that money back because you didn't make $120,000, right? And so keep that in mind as well. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going straight to the IRS and that money's gone. Like, no, it's just withheld until what's it called? Until it's time to fill out your tax returns. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video was educational and you learned a decent amount more about how taxes work and what happens when you get that bonus and why that bonus may not be looking like what it's supposed to look like. That's why if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know and I will do my best to answer the question as best as possible. I hope y'all had a great Easter by the time y'all watch this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, had spent time with family and all this good stuff. Now it's Monday. Now it's time to get back to work. So let's do it. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.